finger.
Hey. Groby, that last picture, was that the woman you were talking to at the bar? That's doing dollars outside?
Maybe. Yeah.
Wouldn't know.
Some lady from the internet.
She's from the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that like the future?
Yeah.
The World Wide Web.
What's going on, man? We're live.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Chuck. You got to turn up.
I don't know how to turn up.
You got to get your drip right. You got to get
just
that
turn up your
swag
throat.
And then turn it.
Christ.
Turn the knob, man.
It's all the way up. It's just my mic volume is all the way up.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is the way it's
I
going to
don't
be today.
It's been giving me issues.
That was worse.
Yeah, it's worse now, Chuck.
Now.
Bill Gates is in your veins, man. He's fucking your shit up.
Now, no.
Oh, there you go. You did something and it
works.
worked, and now it's not.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
This fucking thing is pissing me off.
Oh, you're perfect. Leave it. Leave it.
Yeah,
be.
leave it. Don't move it.
I'm going to click more buttons.
Shit.
Jiggle the fucking wires.
So what are you drinking, Chuck?
Oh, nothing.
Hey, Tim, do you have a cardboard cutout of Jules sitting next to you?
Yeah, see? I made it.
Actually, I was like, she's not moving. It looks like a cardboard cutout.
You did the green screen.
Yeah, it's my green screen over here.
So what's up?
Hey, what are we drinking today?
Oh my goodness. Lots of
Yeah. Lots of stuff.
Yeah. This is good. I've already opened the lager that we got.
Yeah, see, I was waiting for them.
Oh, the Maybach? Yeah, I
Yeah.
drank the Maybach yesterday. That was pretty good.
I like it. But we'll wait till they get on the show, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So
All right,
you guys
there we
talk about
go.
this guy.
That's the same one. Yeah. That's what we got.
Yeah, the Spring Thaw Maybach Lager from Fuse Brewing Company. You like how my mouth got all weirdo? But yeah, Fuse Brewing Company out of Schiller Park, Illinois.
Noi!
Nice.
Illinois.
I'm drinking this.
What you got there going on there?
It's from Jersey Cyclone. It's a Rewall Polish Pilsner. And it's
Nice. How is it?
How do you polish a Pilsner?
it's fucking killer.
Rub it till it's
This-
real shiny.
Now you see they use if I could see it. Lubelski hops. So they use
Lubelski?
Polish hops,
That
man.
sounds Polish, all right.
Yeah. This fucking beer is fucking killer. This, you drink one, you're like, yeah, this is all day. Yeah.
Nice.
Gene's going to try to get it on tap at the bar.
Oh, nice.
You
So-
can pretty much get her to get anything on tap there.
Well,
You're the right connection.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who else you going to listen to? Some hillbilly going, where's your natural ice light? You know.
Yeah,
The revolution is coming.
yeah.
Apparently, you just sent out some great news about having our vaccines in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should jump into that. But first, we have guests today coming on
Who do we have today?
in about 15 minutes or so.
All right.
We got Mike and Brian from Short Fuse Brewing in
Mike.
Illinois.
Illinois.
I've known Mike since I was like 16, so he's been a good friend of mine for a long time. And dude, come down to Alabama, I can come up there, whatever. So he's a good dude.
Nice.
Oh, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Illinois to Alabama.
Well,
How long should we sit here and not let Boogie Buzzard end?
Just leave him
Fuck
backstage.
him.
But you
Fuck
just got to
him.
cross Kentucky, Tennessee, and then get into Bama, yeah?
Hey, Boogie, you find us any good drunk Illinois stories?
What's that? No, I didn't find any drunk news. Sorry.
I see
I'm
you're in the
trying to find one
shed.
that's not depressing.
No, I'm not in the
Alright.
shed.
Oh, you're not. Where are you? Basement?
That's his kitchen.
No, here, wait, hold on. No, it's what used to be a bedroom that I've gutted, plaster and lath.
That's
Yay,
exciting.
fun.
This is
Kids
gonna
drew
make
on the
for great-
walls.
This is going to make for great audio.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Construction, folks.
Kids drawn on the walls.
Oh Jesus! It's good art.
Nice.
You're gonna get rid of that beautiful art that's on them drywalls there.
Rat turds.
So
He's
yeah, you
gone
should
again. We lost him. Oh, there he
Yeah.
is.
Actually,
you should read that.
one of the
You should read that story I sent over, Tim.
You want me to? I read that.
This is a good one.
We got we'll drink to this. Under the shot and a beer program announced by Governor Phil Murphy Monday afternoon, New Jerseyans who get their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine in May are entitled to a free beer at one of 13 craft breweries across the state.
Nice.
All right, you ready to hear who they are? You're going to
Yes.
be at one of them soon. So we got Battle River Brewing in Tom Rivers, Bradley Brew Project, where Groby was just there.
I seen the list. I was at 2 of those breweries on Saturday.
Wow. Bolero Snort, where both of you are going to be on Saturday.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brick City Brewing and Little Ferry.
Do I get a free one even though I got my first shot in April?
We're showing the
I think
fucking
so.
cards.
Just show the
Fuck
card
them.
and see what happens.
yeah. I
Fuck-
would say it's
fuck
got to be
them,
like
man.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Show them the card and you get a beer or a donut.
Oh,
Fuck
we've
them,
also
man.
we've also been given the green light to do the podcast while we're brewing. So
Excellent. Good. So we got Carton Brewing at Atlantic Highlands, Flounder Brewing in Hillsborough, Flying Fish in Summerdale, Gaslight Brewery and Restaurant, South Orange, Hackensack Brewing Company, Kane Brewing in Ocean Township, Little Dog Brewing in Neptune, Magnify Brewing in Fairfield, and River Horse in Ewing. That sucks. I have 3 breweries right by me, and none of them are giving me free beers.
they've all given you free beer, you
Yeah,
fucking
you got a good
asshole.
point there. I've gotten plenty of free beers from them.
Jesus Christ.
But not forgetting my COVID shot.
No. I don't know. Hand them the card. Maybe Chuck will just laugh at you and give you a beer anyway.
Yeah, I know. Says all eligible New Jersey and residents 21 and older have to receive their free drink. All they have to do to receive their free drink is present their vaccination card.
Nice.
So, yeah, you guys do that on Saturday.
Oh, I
See,
will.
If I would have known that, I would have fucking whipped mine out fucking twice this weekend and got.
Don't you get in trouble for whipping it out, Groby?
No. Everybody likes it when you whip it out.
I think they just announced it, man. So
Fuck him.
Yeah.
I want mine anyway.
he's giving you free beer. Jesus.
Fuck him. I'm gonna whip it out anyways.
Fucking politicians, man. They can't make anybody happy.
Nope.
Always said if they would give me free beer, I'd be happy. And
What
still
about
I'm
the-
saying fuck.
what-
Still we're going fuck him.
What about the second people? People are getting a second shot. They don't.
Yeah, do
nobody
we get a
cares about
second
them.
beer?
Nobody cares about them.
No. Only the first dose.
Yes, jerk offs. Fuck
Yeah,
them.
son of a bitch. That's still pretty cool, though.
What are you drinking, Boogie?
Well, I'm finishing up my, the Beacon Skiffs, the 1911 Black Cherry. I
Mad
drink
Dog.
these all the time. These are 6.9 of the alcohols. And that's pretty much all I got. And I got to steal a couple of the wife's, what are they? 2 robbers.
Oh yeah, we had them on the show.
Yeah, they were on the show.
Yeah, it's one of the hard seltzers. She's
Yeah.
digging those. That's what's
I
in the
think
fridge. I'll
I
drink
think
them.
that seltzer's actually made where? Yards? Is that
I don't know.
the
They
brewery
Philly?
they brew at?
I thought it said Philly. I,
think
thought I
so.
saw Philly
Yeah.
on here or something.
Yeah, I think Yards is in Philly, right?
Spruce
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they make their ciders down at, or seltzers, whatever the fuck, vodka mixers.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
They might have their own place now.
They're
'Cause when
They
we
might,
talked-
yeah.
When we talked to them, they first opened.
It's got some cool little
Yeah.
cartoony things on there.
Yeah, Aaron says you should get a beer and a shot after you get your
That's
second
a good
shot.
I
idea.
agree.
Yeah.
I
I
agree. You know.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah. How about you there, Mikey Bones?
Well, I've got a bunch of these here delicious short fuse brews that I'm.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for a couple
Yeah, I'm
minutes.
excited to
Wait.
crack those open. I only brought those in because I'm like six beers in an hour. Like,
I know. Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring a bunch more with me.
I had a rough day. I just finished working about 10 minutes ago, so
Yeah, I got.
Mikey,
home
are you
about-
forgetting that you drank a pint of bourbon on the first show you were
Oh
on?
yeah, no, I can. Yeah, stuff that metabolizes differently, right? Like I can't drink tequila for shit, right? Like you give me like a couple tequilas and I'm gonna be drunk right away, right? I can drink whiskey like Scotch, bourbon, rye, pretty
That's-
solid, right?
that's
Like a
all in your
steady
head.
amount, like enough to
Yeah.
kill a fucking horse. And then some beers hit me pretty quick, and some I could drink all day long. So I don't know. Maybe it is in my head. I don't know. But
I don't know. In the defense of tequila, I've done some pretty dumb shit sober too.
that's 100%
So.
true. Accurate.
All right.
I can't find any Chicago drunk news stories.
I
did
found
find
one.
a pretty funny one about a guy in Wisconsin with a fucking chicken.
That's
I
close
got one
enough.
with a guy at the airport.
Oh,
in
Oh
Chicago.
yeah?
Yeah, want to hear it?
Sure.
Very drunk man arrested at Illinois airport after locking himself in the bathroom to drink and smoke.
Nice.
An Illinois man was arrested at General Wayne A. Downing Peoria International Airport after getting too drunk before boarding his flight Saturday evening. The male passenger was first spotted acting strange.
Okay,
at a cafe.
wait. What international airport?
General Wayne A. Downing Peoria International Airport.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even
Never
know
heard of it.
Peoria.
Yeah.
I know Peoria is like a suburb of Phoenix, but I don't think they have an international airport there. So it's got to be Chicago. Or maybe
Yeah.
it's Chicago, Maine. But also, who determines too drunk? Like,
Maybe
Right.
we're going to find out
who's
here.
the boss of that?
Usually it's my wife.
Well, I'll continue here. The male passenger was first spotted acting strange at a cafe in the airport. A waitress at the establishment told police. Around 6:10 p.m., an unnamed 50-year-old man from Urbana ordered a coffee with whiskey. According to a police report, the waitress refused to serve him because he already appeared intoxicated, and his manner made her very uncomfortable.
Ooh.
Who's whipping it out, Grobe?
Yeah, there you see
Yeah,
Grobian is
he-
whipping it out.
Yeah, he was rocking out with his cock out, man.
The man was also told the waitress he had several knives on his person, including one on the counter in front of him.
Gotta have those knives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If you're at the airport. Knife on.
Yeah.
The
You
waitress
gotta
reported
take
this.
knives to the airport.
Yeah. Everybody knows this.
The waitress
Jeez.
reported to police
Especially-
officers, questioned the man about the knives. The man
Especially
allegedly
John Wayne
told
Gacy
officers-
Airport or whatever the fuck it was.
Gacy Airport.
The man allegedly told officers he would throw away the knives while the police officer disposed of one at the bar at the restaurant. The man was advised to leave the cafe and wait at the gate. Okay, good advice there.
Yeah.
Around 7 p.m., another woman approached police to report a very drunk man vaping in the lounge and making her uncomfortable. The officers responded to find the same man and brought him outside to get some fresh air. After leaving him, the officer was soon called back by TSA, who reported the man was too drunk to board the flight. The police once again escorted him outside to take him to get a taxi and take him to a hotel. However, the drunken traveler instead went to the bathroom and locked himself in a stall where he continued to drink and smoke.
Fuck that. I'm not going to the hotel.
Yeah.
He also asked the responding police to just take him to jail.
Yeah.
Getting the bathroom door open, the police officer complied with the request.
They were treating him. Yeah.
You're not smoking and drinking in jail,
dressed.
man.
No, there's no smoking and drinking in jail. Not even in the bathroom.
Nah, this is looking like
Yeah.
I would have rather stayed in the stall.
This guy's
Wow.
he got 4 chances, and they still weren't going to take him to jail until he was like, "Fuck you, take me to jail." Like, was he wearing like a high end suit? Was he rocking the Hugo Boss, or like what's
Dude,
this dude's deal that the cops just kept giving him a fucking free pass with knives at the airport? And this is like post 9/11, I imagine. Correct?
Sure.
More recent.
Yeah, you would have figured he would already got lumped up because of the knives.
Fucking A. You know what I mean? There's
So
no like, oh, here, I'll throw these away for you, sir. Please.
I often
enjoy the rest
wonder,
of your
like,
stay.
we read a lot of these stories, right? And I wonder all the time, like, how fucking drunk do you have to be? Because I've traveled like completely wrecked out of my fucking
I
mind,
think we all have.
like, and still never managed to be like, told I couldn't get on the plane. Like, they've even served me drinks on the plane when I'm completely blitzed out of my mind. But I always, like, I guess I just keep my composure. I don't start like pulling out knives and like cussing at people and shit, making waitresses uncomfortable. So
Locking myself in a bathroom stall and smoking and drinking at the airport.
yeah,
Vaping in the lounge. That's the best one. That guy deserves to be kicked out of the smoke.
Yeah.
Is that the new smoking in the boys' room?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Vaping in the lounge.
all right. Well, it's about to get real crowded in here.
All right, bring him in.
We-
I want to drink real bad.
It's the first time we've had like the entire cast of
I'll be back
derelicts.
in a few minutes.
All right, I'll kick you out for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Babu wants to join.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
up?
trying
No
to-
cats allowed. All right, so let's bring on Brian and Mike's missing face and stuff here and see what happens.
No camera.
All
I
right.
can't
What's
quite get my camera to work.
It's funny because it was working when you first sat down, so I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell
You know
you.
what that happened to me?
You must have clicked something.
earlier. Try to turn your camera off or like stop camera and then turn it back on. I don't know if that'll help, but maybe.
Can we talk about the fact that Mike's a computer science major?
No.
Oh,
Working computer.
there you go.
You
Now
know,
he's-
so, hey, to be fair, I also have some. To be fair, but I have a little bit of that background, and people ask me all the time.
You've all learned DOS.
I'm like, I have no fucking clue. I have no idea how to fix it. You know what I mean?
I'm a computer guy. I know DOS.
I could build a website, but I can't get my monitor. I can't get my camera to work.
That's all right. This show almost never happened because when I logged in, the guy I work with just decided that he was going to buy me a bunch of new shit for my office, and it's been coming in like piecemeal every day. So I've been like hooking new shit up and moving stuff around. So I went to do the podcast today, and I was just sitting over. You couldn't see me. I was just sitting over here cussing and screaming. We were running late. It was fun.
I was in the
Good
green
time.
room, like, let me in, dude.
Yeah. Let yourself in,
I'm
Splatter.
texting you, like, are you dead? Are you pooping? What's up?
Yeah. So we got Mike and Brian from Short Fuse, who were gracious enough to somehow magically find a way to get us some beers out here on the East Coast and even in Arizona. So we have to try some of these beers, talk about them, but we're going to definitely talk to you guys about your brewery.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, Mike, you've been there a while, and Brian, as you came in as the head brewer somewhat more recently. Is that how I was drunk when I first read all these texts? So
Yeah, a little over a year ago.
yeah, nice. And where were you at before that?
The previous 5 years, I was at Goose Island.
Okay, I've heard of them.
All right.
Yeah.
They make
Yeah.
they make a bourbon barrel aged beer.
Yeah, a little
They
bit,
do.
a little popular.
Yes, a little bit popular. That's
Yeah.
right.
They made big money through AB InBev, for sure.
John Hall did, yeah.
You'll see if somebody did.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know about they.
Point money, but
Well, didn't he
Yeah.
just take the Ambev money and make Virtue cider with that, or was that someone else I'm mixing up with?
his son, so John Hall,
Okay.
the father, is the founder. His son Greg went on, eventually did Virtue Cider in Michigan.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really cool. Well, you guys, I'm excited. I'm gonna finally reach in and grab one of these beers that have been.
Yeah, crack them open.
Dude. They got here too early, so they been spitting in the fridge, fucking staring at me. I'm like, dude, I want to drink these.
Staring at the beer fridge was super hard because I had
then
in the front.
My son's home on leave, and we've been he and I since Friday have just been a train wreck. I woke up yesterday morning and there was a chandelier in my front yard and political yard signs and just all kinds of nonsense. We came home with a weight bench the first night that we found it on the side of the road at 6 in the morning, and we're like, somebody's giving this away. So he carries the weights home, I carry the bench, and then we wake up a couple hours later and realize it's yard sale day in town. So I don't know.
Just straight up robbed somebody.
Yeah, I just straight up robbed somebody's I figured it was sitting on the curb. What the hell? But who knows?
Who puts the yard sale out there the night before?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, everybody up here, man.
Yeah, it's
they all
crazy.
put that. Yeah, there's shit out there the night before.
Yeah, well, if it's out there the night before, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Apparently so, Chuck.
But we did really good because these beers have been in the fridge not only since they got here, but then this weekend that was just drunken terror with me and a drunken sailor.
Still some self-control.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
So hold on, I gotta get one.
What should we drink first, man?
Well, probably I'd say I confer with Brian, but I'd say maybe one of the lighter ones. I think we sent the Berry White and the Maibach.
We got the Maibach open right now.
Maibach 7.2%.
Let's do this first.
I mean flavor profile.
Oh, it is 7.2 alcohols. Yeah. That's pretty good. The Berry White, which I like. Cool, I like that it's little gummy bears with short fuses on them.
So you don't want me to start with the wheat wine?
Dealer's choice, I guess.
I don't know. What are you drinking, Brian?
I've got our IPA, Lucy Juicy.
Okay, I got one of those.
Oh, I drank those.
Did you really?
Well,
I thought you were holding off, Chuck.
Oh, we can't talk about it then.
Okay, there were only Mike has some. There were only you guys sent us 3 of each. There were only 2 of those for some reason, and I was like, well, sweet, these must be just for me then, because otherwise I have to give them to the other 2 guys, and that wouldn't be fair to me. So at least that was my logic. So right. I'm like, it's only fair that one of us gets 2.
Sound logic. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and join you, Brian, and I'm gonna crack open this Lucy Juicy.
All right.
Haze-Bro IPA.
Haze-Bro.
Which is coming in at a competent 6.4 alcohols.
Competent.
Entry level.
I couldn't think of a better word.
Is that the first time we used that word on the show?
Really?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
None of us are competent at anything.
Yeah, I know.
So.
That's the first time anybody's used it having anything to do with this show.
Yeah. We're anything but competent.
I think I want to say comparable, right? Like 6 something's pretty solid for an IPA. You know what I mean? It's not too much, not too little.
All right. Well, I'm going with the Berry White.
Oh, that's good, bro.
4.8 alcohols, which is perfect for
a good lunch
the beginning. Beer. It's a nice, it's breakfast, lunch, sure.
Yeah.
I love
it. All right. So this is a white pale wheat ale with hints of fruit. What kind of fruit are we talking about?
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
About 300 pounds of gummy bears, and we go with the 12 flavor variety.
Holy shit. So that's awesome. Chuck loves those weird ass adjuncts.
Oh, dude, I just brewed a 1 gallon batch of beer as a test run the other day with beignets and chicory.
There you go.
And it was fun. It didn't make the cut for which beer I'm settling on for the competition, but it was really good. I put 2 teaspoons of roasted dried chicory in a 1 gallon batch, and the chicory just overpowered everything. It was super bitter, which I love, but other people are gonna drink it. So
Yeah, the weird. I think the weirdest like adjunct type beer I ever had was there was a brewery in Indiana, Burnham Brewing out of Michigan City, Indiana, and they did a smoked porter with a. They got the smoke by like circulating it with a beef brisket.
all right,
Okay.
Really?
It was real interesting, and the meat. All you could taste was the brisket. Don't know what else they made it with.
That's wild. So my brother does a barbecue smoked porter, and what he does is he smokes the grain on the grill with like barbecue spice, like a dry rub spice and stuff.
Oh,
and then,
okay.
So it tastes like you drink it, and then you're like, dude, I want some like smoked meats now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want. It's super unique.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good. He's probably gonna be pissed at me that I gave away like what he does to prep it. So,
Yeah,
hey,
that's
it's,
like totally different
IP,
than like smoke ball.
IP, intellectual property right, trademark, all rights reserved. But yeah, I know like some of those ones people get wild, but some of them can be really, really good. So, and I mean, can you think about it like 10, 20 years ago, you wouldn't think that somebody's making beer with gummy bears.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Excuse me.
Blue Moon
No, I
was
think,
like a fancy beer then.
Yeah. I think,
Yeah.
I mean, they made that before I started. It was like it was a joke almost. It was like, well, let's just do this. Let's throw some gummy bears in it. And it stuck. Like, that's like one of our bread and butter beer, or one of them. So,
Well, I gotta tell you, man, it's like it's not, because a lot of those beers are great, like novelty beers for like, you have one and you can't, but I'm not going to sit around and drink a 6-pack of some of these like dopey beers people are putting out.
yeah.
This I could drink this all day. Like,
It looks good. It's
all right,
nice.
there's gummy bears in it, but I mean it just tastes like a really good beer.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
like it.
this.
The peanut butter
Is
I
stuff.
Peanut
can't
butter.
wait to try that one.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited.
Right?
yeah.
That's another one of our big ones.
This is killer peanut butter. And I went to a place on the weekend, a little small distillery about the size of a 1-car garage that just makes rums.
Yeah.
This is their coffee rum. I'm going to dump some of this in there because I think it's going to be outrageous.
He's stoned.
Roby's already saying this will make a great mixer.
Yeah.
Is dump a certain measurement? Is that like what, 3 ounces?
Yeah, whatever. A couple of glugs.
It's more
The scientific measurement.
it's more than John Tapper would approve of.
Yes, yeah. He would be yelling at me. You know how much money that is? I'd be like, fuck you, I paid for it.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. That's it.
So Chalk brought up something I think that's kind of interesting since you guys run a brewery and are in the business. How do you balance? So he said the chicory thing he liked, but wasn't for everybody. How do you balance when you're making a beer, coming up with something that you think is true to your form, but also something that's to be well received by your clientele or the people in the area?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times it could just be like a total shot in the dark. If it's something you've never worked with before, but you're kind of familiar with the flavor, it's like, well, like, let's just think about this like on a gallon. If I put this in a gallon of whatever, like, what do I think it would taste like? And you kind of just go from there sometimes. But it's a lot easier when it's like stuff that you've worked with before, because like, all right, this flavor, I've used it before, or it blends well with all these other flavors that are going on this beer. So I don't know. Sometimes it's just you have to guess, really.
This is a crapshoot, but like, so
Yeah.
you guys do pilot batches before you come up with something, or you just straight up you're going full?
You
What
go
size
for
system do you guys run?
30 barrels.
You guys go full 30 barrels right out the gate, like
Well, no,
Look at-
not
throw
with
the dice,
everything.
dude.
Some stuff we absolutely have, but we can do 10-barrel batches. That's the smallest we can do. But we've rolled the dice on some 30-barrel batches, yeah, for sure.
We did.
Yeah,
Didn't we
you
do?
played it safe at that point.
Didn't we do a couple of like just really small releases right before we only had the sample cans, but then COVID hit and we kind of had to dash that.
Oh, yeah, like the first version of the My Block that you guys have,
Yep.
like we canned that right as COVID hit. We got screwed on that, and like an Irish stout, and I think 1 or 2 other things.
And the other one was the Lithuanian Saison.
We would have
Yeah.
drank all those.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that right there. I would like to try that. That'd be fucking killer.
Yeah. So thankfully, a lot of that stuff we'll bring back in the future, since things are starting to pick up, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, as things open up, that's legit. Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of the crazy flavors, that's what people jump on. Like I've done enough beer fests, and I do more of like the our like delivery stuff, and I see a lot more of like even the most kind of out there flavored stuff going out before like more traditional like lagers or pilsners. We did I think the most recent was a Baja Blast milkshake beer, which is out of left field, and we went through our store of what we had for sale within like the first 4 days of it, all at shops.
Like the Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yeah,
You got it.
Oh, people jump on our. I mean, well, that's what I think that's what they associate the name with. So they tend to like look for more of like the out there flavors.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple places that get big off of that, but like this right here is not. I mean, it's hazy, but it's not like over the top like crazy adjuncts or anything. It's fucking delicious. So
no, Brian manages to hit a really good balance. No matter what the like flavor or style is, he's been pretty good at dialing it in and getting something that tastes like what it says on the can without there being like way too much like that punch you in the face sweetness or whatever else. Just a really good balance.
It's a tough battle, right? Because like I see guys that are like throwing cakes and crap into their beer, and I'm like, you
threw a banana in yours.
I did, but it's tough. Like it's like as a home brewer, it's really hard because you guys have ways of like dealing with like losing head retention and stuff. Like I mean, throwing a whole cake into your beer is like there's a lot of fat in there. It's tough. I did good though. I froze it overnight, and I skimmed the fat off of the liquid, and then I added that into my mash. So I didn't get too much fat.
Pretty good. In your defense, I've done donut beers before, so it's fun.
Yeah,
just throwing dozens of donuts into the mash. It's like, well, let's just see how this works out.
Right. Yeah.
It's only fried in lard. No big deal.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the beer I landed on, but I can't talk about it because it's a competition, and the competitors might be listening.
It's true.
No, they're
Maybe.
Yeah.
Chuck, it's less than a week away. Do they have time to make it?
Yeah, they're making it there. The judging's not till June, so.
Now is that the same competition you brewed that I think it was the one with hibiscus you were showing me a couple weeks ago?
That was my test run. That's out in the kegerator right now, and it's fucking killer.
It had a really nice hue.
Dude, it's killer. But it's the craziest beer I've ever made because I enjoy making like crisp, like just traditional beers. I mean, people have been brewing for thousands of years, and like there's tried and true like beers out there that are great, but I'm having fun now, like kind of getting goofy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I think once you get it down with the core types and stuff like that, you can get.
I think that's the mistake a lot of these like new breweries make, is that they come right out of the gate with the crazy, and then they come out with a fucking lager and it's terrible. And if you can't, like, making a good Pilsner is hard.
Yeah.
But if you can master that first and then, master a stout and get the solid beer styles down and then throw donuts in there.
Oh yeah, if somebody has a Helles on the menu, I'm immediately going to order it. And if it sucks, I'm 100% going to be like, eh.
Well,
they may have other good beers, but I'm just going to be like, your skill set,
it's the same. Like, it's a
bandwagon instead of like straight up like classic brewing and getting the fundamentals down and stuff like that.
It's the same with a Saison for me. They're hit or miss, and if they're done right, they're killer, or they're just boring beers.
Yeah, and you can use all those classic beers like as your foundation to just get crazy. Like porters and stouts, brew it good, and then just throw all the donuts and chocolate and peanut butter or whatever you want at it.
Yeah. I think that's killer. So
that's what we've been doing with that peanut butter stout. He was drinking. We kind of brewed the base for it, and we've been putting a couple different variants out.
Nice.
I think it was the mocha one we put on this week.
Yeah, we had some extras, so we did mocha. So the peanut butter coffee, or the peanut butter, always gets like chocolate with it.
That's it.
So we did the chocolate, and then we added a bunch of coffee to it. That turned out real nice. And then this next one we're going to do with pretzels. And so it's got the peanut butter flavoring, pretzels, and then the chocolate. So that'll be our next one up.
All right.
Nice.
Yep.
That sounds killer.
What are your guys', for each of you, Mike and then Brian, what are your guys' favorite beers that you do, at least right now, that you have on?
Oh, that's a hard one. Crap. We actually did I can't remember if we sent it your way. We did a hazy with Earl Grey tea. And that turned out pretty good.
I don't believe it's in here, so I'll expect it.
It's not. Yeah.
But we did that one, and then we also did one Very Bad Kids. It's a Sour Patch watermelon candy sour. And that one ended up really good too. And I'd have to ask Brian because I knew he did that differently than our normal. I knew he did that differently than our normal sours.
I would drink the ass out of that thing.
It's really good.
That sounds so good, dude.
Yeah, that's really good. So we have so we have some beers that are typical like kettle sour that take 2 to 3 days to get that sour. But one of our other brewers found this yeast that produces that lactic acid sour without any bacteria, and it cuts down on brewing time because we just throw that yeast in the tank and it ferments. We had watermelon Sour Patch Kids, watermelon concentrate, and then a little bit of watermelon flavor. So it's like, it sounds like it'd be a watermelon. It's nice.
Oh, your audio kicked out. Oh, there you came back.
There it goes back.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's cool. You're back.
So it's just like a nice, tart, refreshingly tart watermelon flavor. Really good.
I would fuck with that. I love.
It's nice. It's got that, like he was saying, it's got that sweet. It's got like that sweet tartness that complements the candy really well without like being like punch in the face sour. It's actually a really good. It makes a really good sour level that's like good for people just getting into that kind of beer.
Mm-hmm.
Nice entry sour.
Yeah, that's
nice.
Interesting that it's just the yeast that creates that tartness, probably combined with some of the stuff that you're putting in there. But that's awesome.
A little bit.
It sounds good. I love all things Sour Patch, and like the watermelon Sour Patch Kids are super good. So, and I like beer. I like to drink. So it's
you mix all that up together. It's great.
Perfect.
What do you guys drink when you're not at the brewery? What beers?
I've been Dovetail's a brewery out here that puts out a lot of more traditional styles, like a lot of lagers, pilsners. But they put out a Rausch beer recently, and I've been drinking the hell out of that because I fucking love anything smoked.
This is super
good one. I don't know. I think it depends on what's going on. But lots of like IPAs, hazies too, but getting back into like lagers a lot more, just something crisp and refreshing. Like working in this industry, and like a lot of the beers that we make and a lot of the breweries you go to, it's just like, I just want a beer.
Right.
Especially
the industry seems to be trending that way.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of
a lot more breweries have pilsners, lagers.
Yeah.
We've been drinking a lot of barley wines too. We have this newer guy who just shows up with bottles of barley wine at 9 a.m. So when I'm not there, I want something. When I'm there, not there, I like something lighter.
Barley wine is life for this guy. It's hilarious.
That's funny.
Awesome, but like, dude, some of those are a tough drinker because like it's good, but like maybe a half. Like I'll have a half. Like a half's probably good. Just because a lot of times the depth of flavor and everything is just a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you start throwing them in barrel aged like beers and stuff like that.
Right.
When it's like
you're
another
like 13 banger at 9 a.m. It's just like super old.
Yep.
You're like,
I don't think we ever asked Mike what he was drinking at the moment.
Oh, at this exact moment, I'm having one of those Roush beers I was telling you about.
Nice.
I do like a good Roush beer. Like,
This is a short Fuse show, Mike. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
that.
Mike,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
I guess I could. I'll crack open.
Show the
God, I
company
got a
line
couple
here.
things over there.
Yeah.
I'll do one of those new whip beers we put out. That turned out really good. I was happy with that one.
ooh, Zivit beer.
That one, and we did I didn't grab one of the slushy. What were we calling it? The slushy.
Oh God, smoothie beer. Yeah.
This
Smoothie
Maibach is killer, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was about to open the berry white, but if the my box where it's at, I might switch back.
Dude, they're both killer. They're
Yeah.
both killer.
I've loved everything we've had so far. But this peanut butter one, as soon as I opened it, now we're not ones to talk about hints and mouthfeel and
What's the
scent, but
mouthfeel?
it smelled like a candy bar when I opened it. I'm like, it was like a Reese's
What kind
peanut
of
butter
candy?
cup.
Ooh,
Like,
that's
this is
not a candy
amazing.
bar.
I couldn't
Peanut
believe
butter
the
cup.
smell of it. I couldn't wait to drink it. It's great.
We used to have a guy on the show that
Was he way too into mouthfeel?
Oh, Chuck froze. But
No, he could hear the beer.
No.
Yeah, he put it up to his ear and go, you can hear how good it is.
Hear that mouthfeel?
It's got the correct amount of carbonation
Yeah.
for the style. Therefore, I know. You know what's funny is like some beers are actually way better off with low carbonation. But
Yes.
most commercial type people can't fucking do it. Like you're normal, you're a casual beer drinker. They can't.
When he said this, we were sitting at the bar in a brewery. We were at Jersey Girl Brewing in Bud Lake, and he's sitting at the bar. We're sitting there at the brewery. He's like, "This beer sounds outstanding." We all started laughing. We're like,
Was he on mushrooms?
"No, he's
Your
actually
aura, it's purple.
he keeps mass transit running in Jersey."
it's like a seashell.
I can hear the ocean. That's funny.
Yeah.
If you put your ear up to the beer can, you could hear your landlord screaming for your late rent.
Yeah. Well, I think we ran through all the ocean jokes with him. We're like, oh yeah, man, yeah. I can hear the waves.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Some people do get a little. Some people get a little much into it.
Yeah.
So how often do you guys do brew days with the 30-barrel system?
I think right now we're running about 4 days a week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You doing single 30-barrel batches a day or doing multiples?
It's usually 30 barrels. A lot of times we'll do back to back to get a 60 barrel because we've got 30 and 60 barrel tanks. But coming out of last year, as well as we did, thankfully, we're kind of trying to play it a little bit safe. Kind of feel out how like people are opening up and get more draft and things like that, and find the balance of cans and draft. But right now we're about 3 to 4 days a week. Mostly 30 barrels right now. And we're trying to mix in some 10 barrels for some new stuff, some experimental stuff.
Right. Limited release.
Yeah.
You gotta do those can drops, dude. You know what I mean? Or
I know, right?
however you're doing it. Yeah.
What's your range of distribution area? It's a wide.
We self distribute, so we right now do like very limited in Michigan. We're starting to expand a little more in Wisconsin, and then we're all over Illinois. We got contracts with like the big retailers out here, like Jewel, which is like the big grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
We do Whole Foods, that kind of thing. Binny's, which is
nice.
like the Toys R Us of liquor stores out here. So kind of all over the place. Michigan, we are rather Wisconsin. We used to, send so little up there that like once a month I could load a van up and drive it up to New Berlin myself. And now we just send like 4 pallets out there on a big truck. So it's good that we're getting more out there. And Michigan is still going slow, but we're hoping to expand more there as the year goes and as stuff now starts opening up a lot more.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So
when external distribution at all? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, again.
I was like, do you guys do outside of the regional distribution? Are you able to distribute externally, or is it because of like distributor or law type stuff? Because I know some states have like laws you can distribute within a certain boundary, or you can distribute within the state internally, like without having to go through a third-party distributor.
Well,
Yeah,
all out
so
of
it's all up to a certain volume. I forget what that volume is, but we can like self-distribute up to whatever that is.
11.
And
Turn up
then
to 11.
well, out of state,
Is-
I think
is any
all
better?
our out of state
Oh
stuff.
no,
is
you're good.
to,
No, I'm just saying that it's the volume joke.
the volume of beer
Oh.
up to 11.
Oh, there you go.
My
I
bad.
think we use third parties for all our out of state stuff. Like we'll get it to them,
Yeah.
and then they kind of move it out there into the wild.
Cool. Sorry,
But
Robbie,
it's actually the self distribution is nice because we can kind of get a better finger on the pulse of what's selling. Like if I make a drop to a store, you know, I could see kind of what they're out of. I could see what they have extras of, what the dates are, how long they've had it. Just kind of get an idea of what we need, what areas are doing better and worse. So
Yeah. That, and you don't have to pay a third party or them get their cut. So
Yeah, it's really nice.
yeah. Do you guys have a tasting room?
yes.
Yeah, we got a full-blown restaurant behind me.
Oh shit. Oh wow, that's good size.
Oh, we're coming there to do a show.
Yeah.
We're flying
Oh,
out.
yeah. We're going to take a road
I
trip.
want to go there.
We're actually like we're like a 2-minute, 3-minute drive from O'Hare Airport. So if you ever come to Chicago through O'Hare, the best way to start your trip, we're right there.
So now,
I'll actually be out there later this year for my sister-in-law's wedding, so I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
stop by.
stop on by.
so now when COVID hit, did you guys have a lot of barreled beer?
Yeah, so when
And because the breweries out here in Jersey, everything that had barreled, they just started like getting in cans.
Ran it immediately.
Oh, like bourbon barrel aged stuff.
No, just like
in kegs and stuff, or
yeah.
Oh,
so yeah, so basically we did like 3 beers where we did like kegs. It was going to be kegs only, and we had just like a very small amount of like sample cans to give for our sales reps to give to bars and stuff to try them out. And like right then is when COVID hit and all the bars shut down. So we just had like kegs and kegs of these 3 specific beers. We couldn't go anywhere. We started focusing more on cans. And because we were self-distributing, that was a nice part. We were still able to put out a decent amount because even though bars and restaurants and all that were closed, we could still send to all the small liquor stores, all the Jewels, all the Whole Foods, because, you know, people were working at home and they were still buying it.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, being able to put those kegs back into like our small fermenters and then can that stuff and, you know, make sure we can kind of recoup as much as we can. But we're still subject to like some of those losses like everybody else was.
Yeah. That's kind of like what the brewers did out here. They just, the only thing we could do is sell out the front door. So they just, that's what they did. And I think we had 6 breweries open in Jersey during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They opened and they're thriving right now.
That's a ballsy move, man. Like,
Yeah.
like, because you guys seem at 30 barrels in the size of the tasting room. You know, you guys are relatively well established, but some of these smaller folks, dude, struggle bus. So that's a ballsy move to open during this. I guess it depends on locality, right? Like, because some people weren't even allowed to.
I don't know. I think that industry thrived in Jersey during the pandemic.
I was gonna say if their rules were like you can do takeout and you can still do distribution, whatever, but like some people that didn't have other than individual distribution stuff where they were by themselves distributing were hosed on distribution because they weren't allowed to. And then they weren't allowed to have people come and get growlers and bottles or cans to go for a while because they had to shut down completely. And then it was like one person at a time. You know what I mean? Like you're not making enough to cover your overhead at that point. So I feel bad for a lot of those folks that were on the struggle bus or shut down, and applaud and commend people that were willing to take that leap during.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
A lot of those breweries are probably just too far into the build-out process. It's just like, well, we can't wait. Let's just do it, see what happens.
Yeah,
exactly.
Unless you buy a turnkey, that's just not happening overnight. It's
they were already at that point. So got to open up. You know.
Oh yeah.
Golly, that's got to be tough. Unless you have investors and like some sort of agreement where you're like, okay, we've got like a 5-year business model that we have some time. Like, whew, that's a tough play, man. But so it sounds like you guys, though, initially it was a little sketchy, but we're able to work it out and do well, huh?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, you just got to kind of figure out this new like world that we're in last year and what the best thing to do is. And it seemed like pretty quick that, maximizing our can output was the way to go. So I think we did a pretty good job adjusting to that pretty quick. But, some of those beers that Mike mentioned, we kind of got hit on just because, they didn't really sell, or, people didn't want to buy as much variety as that we offer. But I think we navigated last year pretty good. Then we're just really hoping that this year just kind of continues the path that it's going on. Playing a little bit safe this year, I think.
Smart. I mean,
I'm expecting good things from this summer, just because as it's kind of started getting warmer, some of like the distro orders we've been putting together are pretty big, even by like 2019's. Some of 2019 busy season standards. And I feel like now that stuff's starting to open and people are getting vaccinated, they're like desperate to get out of the house. And so I'm hoping that means more volume coming out.
Yeah, and I think it's become more socially acceptable to drink. You know what I mean? Like just in general. So people are dying to get out, dying to socialize, dying to go to the bar or wherever. And but it's also like I said, it's almost more socially acceptable to drink a little bit. There's been a million Saturday Night Live sketches and all this other stuff to where there's less of that, like, oh, what'd you do last night? Oh, I had after I got off telework and remoting into the office, I had like 6 beers and watched football or baseball or whatever it was. You know what I mean? And people are like, oh, cool. Whereas before, you're not telling your coworkers that you were like, I drank 13 beers and then like passed out on my couch. You know what I mean? Like they were like, oh my God, dude, and you're here today? Now they're like, oh wow, that's awesome. And like you just stumbled into here to get right on to work. Wow, good for you. You know what I mean? Like
part of the new normal. How much did you drink last night?
Yeah, well, if you say you didn't, people are like giving you the squinty eyes, like this motherfucker's lying. They did something weird. They licked a frog or something.
I don't know. I work outside. I have to actually go places and do things. So
I guess we're a little spoiled. We could drink a little bit here and there on the. I remember when I was pretty recently new at Short Fuse. I think I was there for 3 or 4 months at the time. But I was talking with the owner about something, and he was like, "Hey, like, do you drink?" I was like, "Yeah, of course I drink." He's like, "Oh, I just don't see you drinking at work." So I thought that was weird.
Yeah,
that's the only job I've ever had where like not drinking at work got me like talked to.
Okay, we have a question from one of our listeners that are watching. They want to know, how much weed are you guys smoking when you decide to make a donut or cake beer?
It's legal in Illinois, so you don't have to be afraid.
You have to ask.
Here. I don't know. Good question.
Like a lot, a couple of gloops.
What's just a couple of glugs? Oh man.
Trying to show it off.
We kind of just do whatever sounds good, and a lot of it is stuff that like we kind of talked about months ago that like kind of circle back. Like we did a Worms and Dirt one recently, which was with like gummy worms and Oreos and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And like that was
What are you doing?
That was an idea that got shot out.
I'm doing my own thing. Thank you.
Just like the Mountain Dew Baja Blast I was talking about. That was like something we joked about at a meeting like 2 years ago.
But my 9-year-old just interrupted. Sorry.
Oh, you're all good.
That's right.
I was just saying we kind of just a lot of it is just we're talking about stuff that might taste good, and that's how some of the beers just kind of come to be.
I love duck confit, so.
What's that?
Terrible
it's when you cook the duck in its own.
That's not one of ours. It's a seltzer.
No.
Oh yeah. So Boogie, he does seltzers and ciders.
He has some weird taste buds.
Yeah.
They got messed up.
You had seltzers and ciders? Okay. I love them. Well, my wife's drinking the seltzers. but I drink them because they're here.
Do you guys do any of those like beer alternatives?
Yeah, so we've been experimenting. We've done a couple trials on seltzers, and then actually, I think the end of this week we're going to do a hard kombucha.
Nice.
Oh,
I like that. That's good.
Trying to test a few things out. Yeah,
we did like I guess it was technically a beer, but we did like a Micheletta type beer.
Yeah, we did a good collaboration. With Micheletta.
Nice.
That's right up Chuck's alley.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Chuck tried to make one of those.
Yeah.
It sucks that he's having IT issues because, he'd be all over that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the second batch of that coming up, so I'm pretty excited to do that again.
Nice.
Yeah, we did a 10-barrel batch first time around. It sold out like probably within the week.
Yeah, I've had people asking for that pretty consistently for like the last month or two when we're bringing that back.
That's always a good thing when you make something and people like ask about it, they want more. Like,
a
good sign for sure.
Yeah,
it's better than them going on like Untapped or whatever, giving you like a half a star because it doesn't taste like Bud Light, and you're like, I will fucking reach your computer and choke you.
Mike and I were just talking about the rabbit hole of Untapped.
Yeah, me and Brian last week went through the deep end of some of our Untapped reviews. we were feeling a little masochistic, so we looked through them, and boy, were some of them up there.
Dude, so my little brother started up a very, very small brewery in like northern Tennessee. Like completely moved out. We're originally from San Diego. He moved to
shout out the name.
Yeah. So Evil Nash Brewing Company in Clarksville, Tennessee. So he used to brew in San Diego, moved out there to do his own thing. It's super small, but like really, really cool. But like, he goes bonkers over the Google, Yelp, and Untapped like reviews.
There's only misery there,
dude. It's so funny because that's what I tell them. I'm like, dude, you can't please everyone. Plus, half these people are full of shit, right?
Yeah,
I've never actually been there because we have cameras, right?
Right.
I'm like looking through the cameras just because he was so upset. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pull up the day and look through the cameras. Like, this motherfucker was never there, but this dude was like, everything tastes like it had rubbing alcohol, like he's trying to juice it up or whatever. Like, that's fucking gross, dude. Like, there's zero chance he's putting anything out that tastes like there's rubbing alcohol on it. And then, but yeah, some of them he gets like fired up, and I'm like, dude, don't even worry. I mean, it's gonna happen, right? It's just
there's people who do it in bad faith, like you said with the rubbing alcohol guy who was never there, and then there's just a lot of people that don't know their beer, but think that Untapped makes them a beer critic.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I got my
3 badges. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah. I got my start at a brewery on the South Side called Weiner. And a lot of we specialize in like sours and Belgians and stuff like that. And a lot of the like negative reviews we'd get would be like, oh, 1 out of 5. It's too sour. It's like, well, you're at a brewery that does a bunch of sours.
Yeah, no, you get a lot of those, or you get people that say some outrageous stuff, and those because I'm technically a third party, right? Like, it's my brother,
right?
I'm like,
so you could say something.
Yeah, I'm not running things, so I will just clown, like, do a response, you know what I mean, as me, and just like drop a little knowledge. And
we need to hire like an Untapped consultant, Brian. They could be not officially employed. We just throw them $50 a week and let them send Untapped responding to all of our.
Your knowledge is pretty good.
I should just get the password and just clap back at people.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and that's the thing too. Is
I should, but I think I should.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think if it's funny and it's factually correct, why not? I think there's a fine line though. You walk between like just telling somebody to fuck off and just sort of like dropping a little education in a humorous way. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily like hurt their feelings, but also like, you know, and you're not being overly defensive, because that's the thing, right? I'm sure for you guys it's hard not to take stuff personally when you're personally invested, but you can't, right? Because at the end of the day it's still a business, and if you tell everybody they're a fucking piece of shit and go fuck themselves, they're not going to show up and they're not going to buy the beer anymore.
Yeah, you got to keep it light and keep it fun. Just, I mean, you got to do it with the mindset like, I'm really hoping that this person is going to laugh at this,
Yeah.
as opposed to like going to want to like come down here and throw some punches. But
Yeah, or just feel completely like shit and embarrassed, and just
Well,
be like,
because
you know what?
I have back before I got into working in brewing, when I was just one of the legions of untapped users. There, I did run into a couple breweries that, you know, if they got like a not great review, would be like, oh well, what didn't you like about it? Like,
Yeah,
let's start a conversation, which I thought was super cool.
like,
And
I'm
a lot
sorry
of
you
those
had that
places,
experience.
a
I'll work
lot of
on
those
it.
places,
Yeah.
I would go out of my way to buy their different or more of that beer in the future to like see how they're changing, because that shows me that they like, you know, are kind of working it out.
Yeah, and that's kind of the advice that I gave him too. Was same thing. Like, just do that customer engagement and let them know that, like, hey, I'm here, I'm listening, I hear you. Unless it's total bullshit, right? But like, there's a guy that like said like, I think maybe you're just using tap water or something because of XYZ, and he's got like a 6-stage filtration thing. You know what I mean? He's like, that's not it. So
no.
I was like, you could be a dick about it, or you could just be like, hey, you know, point taken. I'm gonna be more aware of that.
Yeah.
And whatever. But, you know, hey, come on out and check it out, because, you know, I do have like a setup to make sure that that's not a thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those, you're engaging with people and everything else. What is your, since you guys were just on it, without naming names, what was like the worst Untapped you guys looked at the other day?
I don't know if it was the worst, but the one that stuck in my mind, and Brian could get his too, because I know there were a lot, but the one that stuck in my mind, and I can't remember what beer it was, but he said that it tasted like the grape juice that was served in his church basement, which to me sounds like there was more to that story. That's
dude,
oddly specific.
Church basement.
Yeah, what happened to this guy who was in that church basement?
That was for our michelada. This girl said, I don't like tomato juice. It reminds me of something that happened in the church basement. And I was
That's
just like,
what it was.
I'm concerned for you and whatever happened.
That's wild. It's like, I don't like why would you order a michelada style beer if you
Well,
don't
that's
like
what I
tomato
said.
juice? And also too, 100% on board with you guys. What happened in that basement?
What happened in that
right?
basement?
You need a friend? Come, I'll hug. Come on.
I was going to say, you should maybe talk to a priest, but that could be the root of the problem. I don't know.
Yeah, talk to a safe friend.
What was your top Untapped review, Brian?
That was probably it. But another one was, we did an Imperial Stout with marshmallows and Oreos.
Yep.
And somebody complained that it was too sweet and it was like too candy-like.
What would they think it was going to taste like?
Exactly. I was like, there's Oreos and marshmallows on the label. What do you think this is going to taste like? This is like pure sugar with a little bit of alcohol in it.
Oh yeah, we got one of those on that Sunday morning stacks, the wheat wine we sent you. You know, it's a maple syrup and like pancakes beer. And one of the bad reviews we got on that was someone being like, "Oh, I'm not a fan of maple." Like, so why buy it?
Yeah.
It says wheat wine ale with maple syrup and cinnamon. Like it says it.
It's right on there.
I'm going to open it now.
In there.
Find
Like,
out.
Yeah.
Wild.
We're not hiding anything with it. It's all above board.
Yeah.
It smells like something I put on my pancakes right now.
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite.
That.
That's probably one of my favorite heavier beers that we put out. It just, the flavors are all super there. It says,
oh my god, it's coming in at 11.5 alcohol.
yeah, it's a bigger one, but it's a little dangerous because it doesn't taste as boozy as some of the wheat wines out there.
It's 11.5 alcohols, Groves. I don't think you need to add rum.
No, I already determined that. Yeah.
It's delicious. I'll tell you that. It's really good.
Yeah, that's.
I never added rum to this peanut butter stout either.
Oh, thank
Well, you're going to, right?
Well,
but it would have been a good idea.
If I get more in the future, then I might try it. I was just saying it would probably go good. So, you know, always looking for those variants.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Yay, Chuck's back.
Chuck made it back. All right, Chuck. Splatterhead 2.
All right, let's try to hear you.
Electric Boogaloo.
Put my laptop on.
Okay. All right, perfect. Hey, don't fuck with anything. Splatterhead 2. Yeah.
I was just
Splatterhead 2
touch shit.
electric
I broadcast
boogaloo.
my phone from the shed before. So.
Splatterhead 2, Revenge of the Delinquent. So, anyways, so I'm drinking the Berry White. I've been kind of nursing it like a pussy, but like, dude, this is legit good.
It's good, right?
It's really good. Yeah, like it's.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to say earlier. Mike
Feedback.
mentioned me.
Yeah,
Chuck,
no,
you're
I don't-
feeding
I don't
back.
Someone's got a bunch of feedback.
Yeah, Chucky, are you feeding back?
I think I fixed it.
Yeah,
Kind of.
there
No,
it goes. No, it's back again.
Yeah. Chuck, you're feeding
Ryan,
back,
my
man.
head's gonna explode. I think maybe just unmute when you talk and then put it back on mute might help. I don't know. But anyways, this is super good. It's very chuckable.
I gotta go grab a power cord. My battery is running low.
Alrighty. No, that's even worse. Okay, there we go. Yeah, super chuckable, as we say.
Chuckable.
Mouthfeel, I give it.
He's
I
got
give
his
it a-
own verb.
Yes.
Adjective rather.
Yes.
Mouthfeel, I get
Chuckable.
it
Chuckable.
8.5.
All right.
We hate crushable. It's like hipster talk.
Yeah. So we say chuckable.
Chuckable works well.
It really does, because you could, drink the shit out of it, or you could fucking
So-
slam it.
So now that the season's approaching, you guys got any beer festivals, things like that planned?
Nothing. I don't know that any of the really big beer festivals are going down yet. Not that I've heard.
Yeah, lots of. I mean, GABF got canceled, but they'll be doing judging. We'll do some like local events. Like we'll be doing like beer yoga, and then we've got like a bike ride event between here and a couple other breweries. So I mean, nothing's really popping up, but we're kind of jumping on smaller events that we can do here and there in the area. Just kind of fill that time in, reach out to people.
Heck
All
yeah.
right.
All right, I'm about to crack open another one of you guys' beers.
What do you got there,
Different one
Mikey?
than anybody else's drink. This one's called the Tropical Hurt Locker.
Oh, I had
Bitter
that
sour.
already.
So that's one of the kettle sours. So that isn't one of the sours done with that that
With the
yeast he
yeast.
was talking about. That's a more traditional one.
Yep. So 5.5 alcohols. What do you got in there? It looks like raspberries and what do you guys put in? What berries do you guys use?
Raspberry and passion fruit.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't tell what that fruit is. I'm not cultured.
Yeah, so it's equal amounts of both, but it's a nice blend. I think that passion fruit's pretty strong, but the raspberry definitely comes through quite a bit.
I mean, knowing those flavors, I feel like they probably do work together really, really well.
Yeah, so that's another one of our big sellers as well.
It's got a super pink color. I like it. Because I'm not mucho macho. I don't really care if it's pink or not. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
that's all right.
So I'll drink a
Who
pink.
cares
beer.
about that?
Rosé all day, motherfucker.
See, I like beer. I like brewing some beers with hibiscus in it, and that always gives it a nice pink color.
Yeah.
I have to get another beer.
Enjoy. So yeah,
So what's the alcohol in this barley wine?
It's 11.5.
11.5, 11.4.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah, that's what I said there
Yeah,
is,
like I said,
11.5.
it'll sneak up on you.
I'm drinking. I'm like, yeah. Also, I'm like, wait a minute.
Feel a little bit.
Oh,
Like,
I
I'm
feel
glad I
this.
took off of work, dude. So Chuck, hopefully we don't get too much feedback there. But your
I
hibiscus.
turned my
beer-
mic down. Can you guys still hear me?
That helps.
Yeah,
we
we can
can
hear
do
you
fine.
All right, cool.
I almost want to say, Chuck, you have like part of your old computer running with the laptop going. It's like double feedback in.
It's called computer science.
Yeah, that's
No,
why
I
Mike's
got-
camera's on.
I got twins at home doing school at the same time, and if they're both on their laptops at the same time in the house, it just like makes this like wall of feedback. Like, they have to wear headphones, otherwise it's like constant feedback in the house.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's why we all need them for the show.
I can't leave.
Yeah, I don't need it right now because I'm by myself with you idiots.
I can't leave the other computer or the show ends.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
We still got good questions. But so Chuck, you showed Mike the hibiscus beer. I saw the picture. It looks rad. What style of beer was that?
Ooh, Taco Bell.
Oh, so because I have
In a Baja Blast.
no.
Yeah, I need that.
So what I'm doing is because there's beer styles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
there are beer styles, yeah.
So it could be a braggot because there's honey in there, but to get around that, I'm calling it a milkshake IPA because I did my New England IPA. I added milk sugar and vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
I added the vanilla when I can. And then since it's a milkshake IPA, after that there's pretty much no rules, and you can do anything you want to it. So I threw a bunch of honey and orange cherries, mixed berries, hibiscus.
Who lives at a racetrack?
And I
Who's
used
got drag racers on their street?
I thought it was me, but nah.
I'll get the brewmaster's help because I don't speak Norwegian, but I use that what's that Norwegian yeast?
Kvik.
Yeah, I used Kvik. So it fermented super fast, and it actually it stalled on me after the first day, and then I just heated it up to 90 something degrees, and that yeast just kicked in like crazy.
Where were you at? 70s something or?
What originally? Yeah, I was at 72, and I heated it up to almost 100 degrees, and it just went nuts. And then I cold crashed it at 8.66% to it's kind of where I wanted to be. I start my original gravity was 0.082 or something, and I was like, I don't want to go too fucking insane with this beer. 8.6 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd say so.
Yeah, that yeast likes to be hot.
Yeah. And I learned that in the process. I was like, what's going on? And then I learned it. I went to YouTube and got some advice from, people who know other
Warm
things.
up the Kvik.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that yeast.
Weird strain.
Learning and growing.
But it's
What was
cool.
that,
It's cool in this beer because it's got some fruity esters in it, So I'm doing a fruity beer with a yeast with some fruity esters, so I'm super happy with it. So.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that Aldona yeast we used for that saison, Brian?
It's a Lithuanian saison, and I feel like it's underutilized with this company Omega Yeast out here. And it's they kind of touch on the flavors of it, and it's oh, it sounds really good. And then we brewed with it, and I was like, this is really fucking good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Totally undersold it. And I'm looking forward to bringing it back later this year. We're going to do a sati, traditional sati with it.
I tried doing one of those.
Yeah, it'll be. I've got some juniper bushes I'm going to trim out of my yard just because.
Tom and I, one of the first beers me and Groby tried to brew was a sati, and it's like a raw beer, and it's it came out tasting like a fisherman's rubber boot, if that's a flavor. And,
Fisherman's rubber boot. I believe that's in the guide. Yeah.
I think in hindsight, if we would have said called it fisherman's rubber boot, those dudes that dress like lumberjacks would have been all over it.
Oh yeah, they would have bought all we had.
Rubber boot beer, it's great, but it was
top not stand up.
And
Probably before it exploded.
I didn't have anything to compare it to because I've never been to Finland, so I don't know, maybe it was supposed to taste like I doubt it. I don't think so.
You never know, man.
Typically, they're more or Hefeweizen or wit beer type yeast.
Right.
But I mean, we compare that with thrown in some juniper. I mean, you never know what kind of flavors that creates. So
Right.
Yeah, we had juniper in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went up to the park and picked it.
locally sourced. We actually got a brewery that they're called Scratch Brewing. They're like far south Illinois, and they're just like they live on like a big plot of land, and they use like a bunch of natural supply like stuff for their beer. Like the last I had from them was an IPA, no hops. They did bittering with like oak bark and leaves and stuff like that.
Nice.
they do. It's very good too.
Oh, it's super good, and it's wild how they could get those flavors with like just stuff they find around their land.
Well, it's so cool now with like all the different hop varieties that are out there, and like people aren't even using hops for bittering anymore with like the New England IPAs, and like you got to think that you can get those flavors now that we've become accustomed to without hopping at all now, because there's so many like just fruity and citrusy type flavors in hops now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, not a lot of high alpha acid like punch you in the mouth stuff.
Right.
No more green flash palette wreckers.
I miss those now.
Hey,
like
I'm from San Diego.
For a while, that's all you could get.
Like,
Stone Brewing, right?
Yeah, Stone makes super hoppy stuff still.
But everybody was just like trying to outbitter each other, and like
Piney the Elder still, or Russian River Brewing still does those with like Piney and
Pliny the Elder, Pliny the Younger.
Yeah.
Whatever the
It's hard to find those though. Like
definitely.
Philly, and California basically is like the only places you're gonna get them. But like Pliny's not, because it does have a lot of that like juniper-y, piney sort of thing, like the hops they use. It's not super bitter or whatever. It's hoppy, but it's got that Christmas tree vibe. You know what I mean?
Right. But you guys know, like for a while, like it was just a contest of like who could make their beer taste more like socks than like. And
it's like who could make your breath bad immediately.
You couldn't get that fucking flavor out of your mouth for like hours.
Oh, for sure, dude. Trying to be a single dad trying to talk to some chicks at the bar when all you're drinking is disgustingly hoppy beers and your breath smells like 75 bus stops.
Just chew these hop pellets.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm drinking the peanut butter stout.
Isn't that fucking great, Chuck?
It's killer.
It is. That's that's an outstanding fucking stout. And these guys know I'm not a big stout guy, but I could drink that shit fucking all day long.
All right.
Unless you can put some rum in it.
No, it doesn't even need. I determined it does not need rum.
That's a huge compliment.
That would be strictly an experimental offshoot at another place in time.
Like just because.
I do like that stout.
Time and place for everything, man.
Just because it's not super heavy. Like some of the stouts out there that are just like almost syrupy, and they feel like they sink to the bottom of your gut when you drink them.
Exactly.
There are some thick ones for sure.
It didn't have that over-the-top flavor as soon as you drank it, where it fills up everything. You go, I like it, but I can't drink all of this.
Yeah.
Which is funny because stouts traditionally are actually pretty light beers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like
people just started making them
like
heavier.
a cheeseburger. I'm like, dude, you could chug that shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
like it's low.
Well, here you go. Since everybody has drank all of the beers that we got sent, I'm drinking this.
What is that?
I'm drinking a Seafarer Stout from Little Dog Brewing Company in Neptune City, New Jersey. It's a dry Irish stout, weighs in at 5%.
There you go.
It's nice and light.
For a stout to be.
Nice, good stout.
Yeah, we haven't drank all the beers, man. We got that.
Well,
no, you haven't drank all the beers, Chuck.
No.
We have.
Everybody has drank one of the beers.
Sunday morning stacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait a minute! I didn't get that one.
That's the Timmy's drinking.
That's That's what you
The
were
wheat
drinking.
wine.
That's the
That's
wheat
the
wine
wheat
with the
wine.
Oh,
maple
never mind.
syrup.
I'm drinking that right now.
It's because it's 11.2, and
That's cool.
Timmy's
That's
already.
till Sunday
That's why he
morning.
doesn't know he's drinking.
Oh, see, yeah. See, Tim's drinking that one right now, and he didn't even say anything.
Yeah,
He's-
it's really
he's
high in
turned down.
alcohol,
It's 11.2%.
and there's no way you want to drink this on Sunday morning. It's not the hair of the dog. You drink this the night before.
I don't know what kind of
Maybe a little
Sunday
bit the
mornings
next
you
day.
have.
Pour it on your cereal.
You know
Yeah,
what?
if
I
your
was talking
Sunday
about pouring
mornings
on my
are anything like
pancakes.
Chuck's, you definitely need an 11.2 alcohols.
It would be
Sunday
well.
is my day off, dude.
There's a chandelier in the yard.
Yeah, we know what happened on your Saturday night, and that is a self-drunk news story.
I like that
I
you
loved your
sent the
text.
kid home with the chandelier in the back of his truck. His wife was already mad at him, so he threw the chandelier in the back of the truck. It's like,
So, yeah, go home with this chandelier.
So here's the story. The kid comes over, and I've known him since he was in kindergarten, but now he's an adult. So he comes over to hang out with my son because they're good friends. And I get him stoned. I get him drunk. Then he eats a gummy. Then a couple hours later, he eats another gummy. And he was like, "Oh, go home." And I was
Never
like,
do
"You're
that.
not going home, dude. You're not going anywhere." He's like, "No, I can go home." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I'll kick your ass, literally. You're not going anywhere near your truck." And so he's like, "For real?" I'm like, "Yeah, for real." So he gives me his keys, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't care. Like, if your wife's gonna be mad, but you're gonna be alive.
You're not gonna be
I
in
was,
jail."
I was responsible. Like, you're eating gummies and shit. You can't drive home. And he lives in the middle of the woods, like an hour from here.
Okay.
Anyway,
I just want everybody to know Charlie Splatterhead was responsible.
yes. So the next morning, there's a chandelier in the yard. There's like, I don't know what happened. And I'm sitting outside with my wife, and she's looking for some kind of an explanation. And I'm like, I don't know. But I'm like, what would be funny? Like, his wife is already pissed. Let's put the chandelier in the back of his truck. Because then he's going to have to explain that when he gets home. Like, not only did you stay out all night, but why is there a fucking chandelier in the truck? And, yeah.
He's going to be like, "Oh, Junior's dad needed me to haul it away because he doesn't have a truck and it wouldn't fit in his Pinto." And so,
right.
Yeah, he's gonna come up with some dumbass story to make it
just
sound like
strap
he's the good guy.
Strap it to the roof.
Exactly.
Now, was the chandelier an outside find, or you didn't go into somebody's house, did you? This is a question mark.
No, he doesn't know.
As far as I know, it was left out after garage sale day on the curb. We played poker and pool with my neighbor, who by the way had to run a 5K at 8 o'clock in the morning. We kept him going till like 1:30, and then we decided, hey, let's walk down to the gas station. They must be open. We need Gatorade. They weren't. Then we staggered back home, and we were just laughing, going, this must have been left out from the yard sale. So we were taking yard signs out of people's yards. I don't know. Apparently the chandelier was worn as a hat. I don't remember.
Makes sense.
Wow. Yeah.
So good stuff, man. Good times. So
Yeah,
how
I just
long,
saw the pictures and I was like, Jesus, dude.
How long did Brian and Mike want us to keep? You guys got other things to do, or?
I should probably cook dinner at some point, but
Right. Yeah.
I might have to dip out, help my wife with our kids. So
Yeah.
All right,
Maybe-
throw some
we
promos
just
out
keep
there. Let's get
going.
some
Yeah.
info.
We're idiots.
Throw out your stuff. Come on, what you
Yeah,
got?
do some promos, some info, some addresses, some websites, some follows, ats.
yeah, sure. Short Fuse Brewing, Schiller Park, Illinois. You're gonna make me look up our website. I believe it's probably shortfusebrewing.com. You can follow us on Instagram.
Who knows?
yeah, Instagram's the best way to see what we're up to.
Yeah.
That's the one that's most frequently updated. Anytime we get a new beer out, as soon as it's canned, it goes up on Instagram. That's where you can hear about all of our events at the tap room, like the bike ride and yoga, like Brian was saying. And then I'm sure it won't be anytime super near, but when we do eventually start appearing at like beer fests.
Now, Mike, how does that work out? Like, the bike ride. You get drunk and ride a bike?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't handle the event side of things.
Probably ride a bike first and then show up at the brewery.
It happens during the ride. There's a couple. I think we're down to like 2 or 3 breweries. So there's like a long distance and a short distance. So whatever you want to ride, but it'll start and end here at our brewery at Short Fuse. And you'll just ride out to 1 or 2 and then back here. And then we've got it worked out that different levels will get you like X number of beers here and at the other breweries. And we'll have like stuff. So it seems like we got at least 40 people signed up to ride it now. So I think it's a pretty nice turnout.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Killer.
I'll say that we've had a lot of breweries on, a lot of brewers on the show, and I don't get to say this too often, but where's my camera? This tastes like an 11.2% beer.
It does.
Sunday morning stacks.
It's
That I would pour on my pancakes.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of that in bourbon barrels too.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Got a barley wine coming eventually too.
Wow. Uh-oh. Watch out. Get people turned up. I'll be out there in September timeframe, so I will definitely make it a point to come swing by and see you guys.
Yeah,
contact one of us in advance, and we could give you a little tour of the back.
Killer.
See where the magic happens.
Oh, I got a little tour of the back of a distillery once. That was fun.
that was fun.
Only spent 2 days in jail.
I had to drive home. It was real fun.
Yeah. Well, want to thank you guys for coming on, and
thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I want to thank my wife for hooking us up with you. Like that was great.
Yeah,
sure.
Oh yeah, give Julie my love.
Yeah,
I will.
She's one of my favorite people.
Cheers to Julie.
You're one of his favorite people.
She's one of all of.
Oh, she's gonna come back on. Don't go away.
Okay.
But we thank you guys for coming on. Thanks for the beers, Schiller.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love them all, and we'll put the audio version out probably tomorrow or the next day, and I'll send you the links and you can share it everywhere. Obviously, this will be available to watch too, but it's fun to just cruise around listening.
Yeah, it was nice shooting the shit with you guys
on audio.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, it's
good chat with you. You guys make some good stuff. Like I think we went through all of the beers you sent out, and they're delightful. I haven't tried a crappy one yet. I'll tell you, I'm honest.
Well, we've got 22 on tap when you come out here.
Yeah, we got a huge tap menu. Our flights are not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, we're coming out.
They're big.
Awesome. I love to hear it. Julie, thanks for the hookup. You rock.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hooking us up too.
Oh, of course.
For sure.
Well, I'll see you guys around. It was a blast.
Cheers.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Want
All right,
to try
take
the
care.
wheat one?
Sure.
It's very strong.
Those guys are awesome, man. I'm 100% gonna swing by that brewery, because
You should, Mikey. Why not? You're gonna be there.
Oh yeah, my sister-in-law is getting married, so we'll be there for a few days.
Look,
And
the split screen, it's like my daughter, like half her face and half of Julie's
That's
face.
weird.
I know. What's going on? Julie's got to move to her right a little bit more, and then it's gonna be perfect.
Gotta lean out a little bit.
Yeah. I gotta get a kid ready for bed, man.
Yeah.
There you go,
I was
right
gonna do some drunk news,
Bring her
but
in. Oh,
maybe
this
next
is so
time.
weird.
There you go.
Look, I didn't get the ceiling ready.
Chimera.
Oh wait. Oh, drunk news on the ceiling. Now, Groby, I sent you a story. You want to read that?
Maybe I'll have another one later and record something, and Chucky can pop it up on there for like a little snippet or something.
That's funny.
Little
When you
drunk
guys
news snippets.
That's actually killer. Yeah.
Timmy didn't have his green screen on, so
I'll put it up next time.
All right. While Groby's looking for the one that you sent, I
have it.
Oh,
I have it right here.
It's a great headline. I did not read it.
I'll be right back.
All right. Like Boogie's ceiling
guys.
says, it's time for drunk news. What is this? There we go. Drunk man at gym kicks cop during arrest, says police.
All right. I'm out,
The
dudes.
25
Later. You can leave my camera on if you want. You can have drunk news up
Okay.
Yeah,
there.
leave it on, Grubby. Boogie.
A 25-year-old Niles man faces multiple felony charges after police said he got drunk and refused to leave a Libertyville gym when asked to do so by the staff. William James of 8700 North Wisner Street was spotted by police driving away from Export Fitness at 1163 South Milwaukee Avenue at about 5:20 p.m. He was pulled over a short time later. Records revealed Jameis was driving on a license that had been suspended due to prior DWI offenses. James was taken to Liberty Police Department where he became combative and kicked an officer in the leg, according to a police report. James has been charged with aggravated battery of a peace officer, illegal transportation of alcohol, aggravated driving under the influence, and operating an uninsured motor vehicle. His bail is set at $30,000, and he is inspected in court. He should be done. He's probably not out of jail because he's not raising that kind of money. So he's in jail, and
Bail
that's the
bonds
story.
is $3,000.
Yes. Well, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't find any much more Illinois drunk news. You'd think we'd find a lot.
For real, like, well, none of it was all depressing. Like, I
know,
find
like
any,
things you don't want to read.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But not
find
like
any,
with
funny.
Groby being Frank Gallagher, you would think we'd have tons of it out there.
Dude, I was looking. It was like
Frank died, so he's retired.
There's all like so many like somebody died or like a kid got run over, like shit like that. And I'm like, I'm not reading that. Like that's not fun. But
yeah, you don't want
the sad
stuff. You want stuff that's funny or bizarre.
I did find one that's like a bordering town. It is Wisconsin, but it's funny. So accused Wisconsin drunk driver has chicken as passenger. So Oak Creek police on Sunday had to think the 911 caller was mistaken when they called to report a reckless driver. And this is in quotes. This is the direct quote from the person. There's a guy behind us, and he has he's driving really reckless, but he has a hawk in his car, the 911 caller said. But it turns out it was pretty close. Rather than a hawk, it was a brown chicken. I mean, I don't know how close that is, but okay.
Well,
there is a chicken hawk.
If you're driving by and you see one flopping around somebody's car,
Okay.
Could be.
I don't have a ton of experience with
it's a bird,
with hawks or chickens in their cars.
Right.
So they pulled it out from the car and put it in the back of the squad car with the driver's cousin. This motherfucker stuck in a gated thing with a fucking angry chicken. According to officers' report, besides numerous open cans of beer, I also did notice a live chicken that was fluttering around the inside of the vehicle. It's the third drunk driving arrest for 42-year-old, this guy's name, of Milwaukee. Milwaukee kind of like borders Illinois. It's not far from Chicago.
What was the chicken involved in all three?
No, so that's funny because that's the next line, dude. So it's the third drunk driving arrest for 42-year-old this dude of Milwaukee. But as far as we know, the first involving poultry.
Wow.
Drunken poultry arrests.
The best part is like those people might not have called if they didn't notice a bird in the car. You know what I mean? They might be like, "Oh, this guy's driving weird, but it's okay." And
Well, there's no birds in the car, so
this
it's
guy
all
behind
good.
us driving is weird, but he's got like a hawk in the car. I think he might be getting attacked. You know what I mean?
I have another one.
I got a funny little thing about reality that happened tonight. So I'm sitting here working, right? And I'm like, there's like 20 minutes till the podcast is supposed to start, and I'm still working.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Junior comes up and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Working." He's like, "Oh, when are you going to be done?" It's like, "Soon." And he's like, "Cool. You want to give me a ride to Frieden?" I was like, no.
No.
I thought Junior was going to do the show.
I'm like, I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah, I thought he was too. Where is he? Apparently
I
freed
don't know.
him.
He's hanging out with his mom. So he's like,
That's positive.
he's like, I'm like, I'm doing a podcast. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So I go downstairs and I'm like getting all my beers together and shit. And he's like, what time's the podcast over? I'm like, I don't know. He's like 2 hours. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but I ain't giving you a fucking ride, dude. I'm doing a podcast, which means I'm getting drunk. I'm giving you a fucking ride when I'm drunk, which is the same reason you can't borrow my truck.
Ta-da! Yep.
I have another drunk story.
Okay.
It's from this website called Drinks Business. It says 14 funny and bizarre things people have done while drunk. So scrolling through,
Chuck.
I find this one that says police arrest drunk time traveler from 2048.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait. I think we did this
I
one.
think me and Tim did this one.
Yeah.
You
we
did?
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
Go ahead and read it.
We didn't release the audio.
This man clearly had a vivid imagination. Last year, police officers in Casper, Wyoming, arrested a drunk man claiming to have time traveled from the year 2048 to warn of an impending alien invasion. Protesting his innocence, Brian Johnson told police that he had an...
ACDC.
Yeah, I guess. He was out of a job. Told police he was in fact from the future and had traveled back in time to warn authorities that interstellar colonists would soon be making a course for Earth. He then asked to speak to the president of the town, explaining that he wanted to help warn others of the extraterrestrials' arrival. Johnson explained that his ability to time travel was due to the fact that aliens had filled his body with alcohol and instructed him to stand on a giant pad. However, the device apparently sent Johnson to the wrong point in time, with the time traveler lamenting to police that he had intended to show up in 2018, not 2017,
Left already.
for reasons known only to him. So there you go.
Now think about this. Imagine if that's true. From what we've learned
Really?
from the Bill and Ted movies, time travel is possible.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they can easily fuck it up by punching in the wrong shit on the pad.
Exactly. So that guy could be a Bill or a Ted.
Yes. So who are the cops to say he's lying?
Right? All they got to do is go to court and cite the Bill and Ted movies and say, hey, and plus the Michael J. Fox movies.
Yes.
Time travel is possible.
Mm-hmm. The classic movie defense.
I have
Did we do the...
Boogie, what happened to your shirt? Oh, what is that? Skinheads against Gabe Sander?
And I made it into a tie-dye.
The shags.
I had to take I got the kid ready for bed. I had to take that Hub City Stomper shirt was on all day. I worked in this room. But yeah, I made a tie-dye out of a Gabe Zander shirt.
Gabe made those, Groby.
Oh yeah.
This is a Gabe Zander original. He
made a tie-dye shirt with that.
He printed this iron-on from his own Epsom printer. It's pretty sad. That's why I made it into a tie-dye, because, it's Gabe Zander. He's born to scare hippies, so.
Sure.
Why not make it a hippie shirt?
All right, dudes, I'm out of here. I got to get a 5-year-old to bed.
All right.
Good luck with that.
Right, dude.
My kids are finally back to full day of school after.
It's called Benadryl.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
I
no,
took
it
2
doesn't
last
work.
night and I slept for like 12 hours. All right, well, he's gone.
Well,
Did we do the one where the drunk woman chews through a police car?
Oh, please
Yes,
read
that
that
I
one,
think
Groby.
so.
Does what now?
Okay.
Choose through?
Yeah.
chewed through police car. An American woman went to great lengths to get away from police in 2014.
Dude, this beer is fucking strong.
Oh yeah, no, it's 11.2. The pancake beer.
You're drinking the wheat wine, right?
Yeah, dude. I avoided that one just because I was like, I can't be like super fucked up before the sun goes down. Sorry, go ahead, Groby.
All right, here we go. She was initially arrested for using pepper spray on a couple in Idaho. Described as highly intoxicated after the woman was safely delivered to a detention facility, officers realized she had gnawed her way through the upholstery and foam cushioning of the patrol car's backseat. In the same year, the same Welsh woman caused 200 pounds worth of damage after biting a car during a drunken row.
Dude, that Welsh bitches don't play, dude. This broad chewed through the whole back seat. Dude, could you imagine like what that and because most of them have a frame, like how'd that work? You know
I don't know.
The Welsh person that I know is insane.
And they chew through shit apparently.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. According to the Ancestries.com, there's a little bit of Welsh in there somewhere. But
I wouldn't be surprised if Sparky chewed.
Are you chewing through any seats?
You know what? Yeah. No, I believe that. Like, yeah, that dude's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
That band at the punk rock show, that dude really sounded like Sparky. He really did.
Oh, which band?
That was that Hellbound.
Hellbound. Oh, Hillbillies.
Yeah, Hellbound Hillbillies or something.
Hitman.
Hitman. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta get it right when you do that.
Yeah.
Well,
I tried to
Billy
do-
with the guy
I
from
tried
Rose
to
Tattoo
do-
singing for him.
Yeah.
I tried to do a Mark.
Yeah, that's what he looked like. He looked like the guy from Rose Tattoo, but he sounded like Sparky.
Yeah.
Those are both great bands. Both great bands. I like both of them.
You know.
Yeah. I try to do.
Good band.
I try to do a Mark Phillips impression, but it is not good at all. Not good at all. And I feel like because he's older than me, and I can't ride around on a skateboard. Yeah, I can't ride around on a skateboard like it's no big deal. You know what I mean?
You can't do cocaine.
I mean,
I mean, you could try, but
you could try.
You can't do
but you're
it.
not going to get on that level. You'll have a heart attack and
dude,
die.
I've seen that guy like light a lighter on fire with another lighter, and then suck the butane out of it as it exploded. Like,
oh, he's a wild dude. Yeah, like
yeah, he's nuts. He's
yeah.
literally lit himself on fire.
He still skateboards everywhere too.
Oh yeah, he's totally.
Wait, I missed who you're talking about, Chuck.
Sparky from
Oh,
Demented
Sparky.
Art
Okay, that makes
sorry.
perfectly good sense.
I use his Christian name. My fault.
Oh, the
My
guy
bad.
who gets lost wherever he goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
That guy's a wild guy. Wild guy.
Yeah.
Him and
super sweet dude though.
he is really nice. The I think twice that I've talked to him, like super cool. Him and the other Chuck, not this Chuck. There's a different Chuck that's in the psychobilly scene.
Really?
That guy's
Stone?
yeah. That guy's wild as hell too.
More than one Chuck?
He's crazy. Yeah. No, he's wild, but dude, he's also like a really nice dude too.
Dude, him and his wife are both insane. Chuck and Angie.
Well, they own like a crazy porn store, and you know they're weird, but like, well, not weird in a bad way, you know. But like, no, he's wild, dude. Like that guy is wild. You know what I mean? Yeah, Sparky from Demented.
Yes, him.
Oh, the other Sparky.
There's more than one Sparky.
There's more than one Sparky.
No, there's really not.
No, not in my
Only
circles.
that one.
Yeah, there's
Not in my circle.
really not.
Unless you're talking about like the mechanic, or the guy that does your wiring. You know.
The guy who sells your meth down the street.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait, that's the same one from Demented or Go. Never mind.
No, he doesn't sell meth.
You don't know that.
Well,
No,
He's not allowed to come here anymore.
No.
What does he sell?
yeah. What's he got?
Court cases.
Okay.
Depends on what you've got.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
He might be willing to sell multiple things if you got something he wants. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
cocaine is cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got it. Yeah, it's all right.
I like art.
Used to be way cooler. Like I never liked it. I just like the way it smells.
Oh, yeah.
I still
Yeah.
collect pogs.
When I
if
sniff it,
anyone
it's
has
good.
them.
Pogs.
You still collect them? You said, or
Yeah.
used to?
No,
Oh,
no. I need them now.
Oh,
if you
sorry.
have any, just let me know. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, I might have seen some on the Facebook cells before I got put
Okay.
in Facebook jail.
I thought one of the
The last time I heard anything about Pogs was on The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. I remember that episode.
Yeah. Millhouse goes,
In
I
Pog
have
form."
Pogs.
anything Alf related.
Alf in Pog form.
Yeah.
I introduced I have a kid in high school, and I introduced her to Alf, and she was like, "This is a weird show." I was like, "It really is, dude." Like, I was young when I was watching it. I had no idea how fucking weird that show is.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
super
like,
weird.
Going
Yeah.
back to like Fraggle Rock was big.
Oh,
when I was a
yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Fraggle
And
Rock,
going back
Punky
and looking at it now, I'm
Brewster
like,
is
this
weird.
is like
Like,
the
it's totally
Muppets
normal.
on acid.
Yeah, for sure.
Punky
It's
Brewster's
Fraggle
Brewster's
Rock.
back.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Or like the show?
No.
Because there's nothing weird about a little abandoned homeless punk rock girl living with a very old man.
Right.
We've all seen it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like,
No,
we've all
she's
seen it.
back
It's a
now.
thing.
About us.
Are you
She's
talking
back.
about? Oh, hey.
Rude? No, I wasn't.
Are
I
you
was
talking about us?
No. No, I was talking about a child, but now that you guys have reacted, I feel slightly guilty. Like that was not a passive aggressive jab at all. I meant like grandpa and like like a child. You know what I mean? Not like two adults.
But no, there's a new Punky Brewster show, and it's her
I'm not grandpa
all
age,
grown
but
up,
I'm
like
your
with
mom,
kids
so-
or something. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just saw that it was a
Now
thing that
she's
existed.
taking care of a young child
Right.
that's
She
homeless,
kidnapped
living
some
in a
homeless kid.
car or something.
She kidnapped some homeless boy. And
Wait, what are you
she's,
talking about now?
Keeping him
Punky, the
prisoner.
new Punky.
I don't know, man.
Oh, it's a new
Well-
Punky Brewster.
All I know is my daughter would look at us and go, "You boomers are fucked." That's all she would say.
I'm not a boomer, thank you.
Right. Me neither.
Yeah,
None
that's
of us
right.
actually are.
No.
No, technically we're not.
Fucking
No.
millennials are
Gen
morons.
Xers and
We're all Gen X and a millennial.
Our parents were.
Well, my was
I was
millennial.
like, I'm not a fucking millennial. I was like, oh wait.
Pointed right at you too.
Oh, that's so easy to tell.
Mediocre's a millennial.
Let's read.
At the end.
Mediocre at best, Groby.
He really
I
likes
know.
dancing.
Read one more.
Did you
Your
like my
drunk
Mikey,
stories.
that's what she said to me. We're in Lancaster. I was like, I'm fucking good. She goes, you're mediocre at best.
That was great.
I can tell
Fucking
you this
killed
much,
me.
man. Any of the four of us, as wasted as we were, could have driven better than our designated driver.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he was terrible. Making left on red.
They stuck me in the front.
Hey, well,
She
So
made a
you
left
were
on
most
red?
scared. Julie, do you remember?
Yeah.
Left on red.
But she was so calm
I
and
know.
her
Yeah.
demeanor was like spot on. So I'm like, you know what? I trust her.
She's obviously done this before. It's okay.
Exactly.
Julie called
Yeah,
it.
she lived there.
Julie called it perfectly. She's like, "Well, when in Pennsylvania."
Oh, I did say that. I remember.
All right, so Groby, read one more of your stories and then let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Let me see.
Mikey's got school.
It's true. I'm trying to, get that higher learning.
I got more
Yeah.
beer to drink.
Me too.
All right. Oh, notice Ray from Hunterton Brewing chimed in earlier. He's like, Tim, what you drinking? I'm like, shit. It's got all their shit we got to drink.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
I tried it over at Stomp Out Animal Abuse, but we got a lot of stuff to try from them.
Yeah.
All right. Drunk stenographer repeatedly writes, "I hate my job" in court copy.
That's already funny.
Dude, you're getting a free pass if you're going to fucking go for like a retrial.
Yeah.
There are perhaps more subtle ways to indicate job dissatisfaction.
That's
In
a
2004
mistrial right there, right?
In 2014, records emerged of an intoxicated court stenographer who wreaked havoc on 30 Manhattan court cases after getting a touch of The Shining and repeatedly writing, "I hate my job" in the court copy. During a high-profile...
And 30 trials.
Yes.
Whatever, 30 cases. Holy shit.
During a high-profile criminal trial, Danielle Kodarshaki, who has since been fired, repeatedly typed, "I hate my job" instead of the trial's
This
dialogue.
is carbonated whiskey.
Ooh. Oh, the pancakes one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm saving that.
Wait, what was that, Chuck?
He said it's carbonated
It's
whiskey.
like carbonated whiskey.
Oh, you're drinking the wheat wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says the incident, which took place in 2012, is strikingly similar to a scene in the 1980 film The Shining, in which Jack Nicholson repeatedly typed, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy."
Yes.
Can we go to this the court's transcripts?
Yeah.
I hate my
Let's
job.
bring
I
those
hate
up,
my
Mikey.
job. I hate my job. I hate my job.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
That's right.
Boogie's complaining. He says I'm too quiet, so I turn back up.
You're fine now.
You guys should have told me before I wasn't fine. All right. Well, InebriNation, we're getting the fuck out.
Yeah, we're outta here.
Because I just got this Uncle Dunkle that Groby got me.
Oh,
And I'm trying.
that was fucking pretty fucking righteous fucking
You
double
really
wine.
liked it. I'm like, get me a
Yes.
4-pack.
Good night, Sergeant Mike.
It's Chief Mike now, bud. Well, I guess retired.
Dude, that's really good.
It is.
That's very chuckable.
Were they
Yeah.
chiefs in the army now?
Holy shit.
Yeah, warrant officer, man. I retired as a CW.
Oh, I didn't know you were a warrant officer.
Yeah, dude.
No, no
Retired
idea,
as a
dude.
war. Yeah.
Nice.
Came on
Nice.
up. Yeah.
All right.
Worth it.
Okay.
All right, so we're InebriNation. Thank you to Julie for getting her friend on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah.
Those guys were awesome. Short Fuse Brewing Company. Check them out, everybody. They're fucking rad.
Yeah.
The beers are really good.
Yeah, beers were killer. This one tastes like carbonated bourbon, but it's really good.
With a little more maple syrup in it, but yeah.
Yeah, this is jet fuel, man.
Canadian bourbon.
And we'll be at
Springfest.
Raceway Park, May 22nd. Session 2, right, Tim? Session 2.
Session 2.
And that'll be me, the Tim, Miss Laura. Is
Maybe
Julie coming?
Julie if she wants to do it.
Depends on work.
And we will be at the Atlantic City Beer and Music Festival in June.
June 5th, I think.
Yeah, and Mikey Bones we're going to get him some beer festivals out in Arizona as soon as they start popping up.
Damn Skippy.
And then we'll be back.
They
Next
canceled
week.
Oktoberfest because I was definitely going to broadcast from there. But unfortunately, it got canceled today.
Yeah, but you're coming out to June 5th, right?
I'm actually going to try. That's like a legit thing.
Oh, and we got the Juneteenth weekend in Philadelphia coming up.
Maybe.
Be on the lookout for that. Yes.
Yeah, we already
I
had a
gotta
couple
figure it out,
breweries
'cause-
booked.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I have to clear my time through Mama San.
Yeah. But Juneteenth. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I'm super down with that. So,
Airbnb in Philly, and we're getting wasted.
oh my God, let's go to Monk Cafe.
Sure.
No, you guys will all die. It's great.
Monk Cafe?
Yeah.
I'm looking them up.
Google it right now. You're gonna be like fucking like you might actually ejaculate in your pants.
I've been there.
Me too. Me
The
too.
Temp.
We're gonna
The Temp.
ejaculate.
I've been
What
there.
order?
You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah, no, I have one of their beer Bibles.
Hey,
So that is
Google.
the only
Look up
place
Monk
outside of
Cafe.
California that you can get Russian River beers on tap.
What?
Mhm.
Yeah, dude,
They
you're gonna
have
love it.
Pliny, they've got the fucking whole nine.
Yeah.
Plus, they have probably one of the most comprehensive Belgian lists I've ever seen anywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, since
And I
we
was-
already have two breweries lined up, and now you gave me the link to Monk Cafe.
Bro, that place is fucking awesome.
Oh, dude, Monk Cafe, they're fancy. They ain't coming on our shit.
Yeah, I
You just wait. I'll be all fancy and shit when I talk to him.
Okay.
I use words like sir and ma'am.
Nice.
whoops.
And worldwide audience.
Send them a link to somebody else's. Send them a link to somebody else's
Some
show.
PBS show.
Put our faces on it. All right.
I think we got some good ones lined up anyway, so
Yeah,
we'll be good
me
now.
too.
For sure.
All right. I'm out of here. I gotta go eat dinner.
I gotta go too. Later, guys.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar.
All
Groby,
right.
how far do you got to go?
22 steps.
All right. See, you have the ideal location, man.
Sometimes.
Oh, right now you do.
Right now I do.
Okay at Christmas. All the children on the street hope they get something good to eat. But for me, it's not so great. Fuck Christmas! Fuck Christmas! Fuck Christmas! Fuck
Tim, you must love the podcast.
Oh, hey, Gabe Sander. I didn't realize we were done. We weren't done.
You must love the podcast. You canceled
yeah.
canceled
We're still here.
band practice to do this.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. This episode was booked because of Julie. I'm not
That's
gonna
right.
miss it.
And Julie, thank you for coming on. Much appreciated. And for hooking it up.
Okay, and she needs to put her headphones on.
Okay.
Yeah, Julie, thanks for hooking this up and thanks for actually participating tonight. It's fun.
Yeah, just for a few minutes, but
Nah, that's
it's
cool.
just- yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I couldn't see him, and they were talking.
It was weird.
Brewery
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, I have no input.
Yeah.
But now, 22nd, hopefully you don't have to work. You can go down. It'll be you, me, Chuck, and Laura.
Yeah, it just depends. We have big projects going on at work right now. I have to be there, so
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can make it
Yeah.
work.
yeah, we'll see. But unfortunately, I find these things out like last minute. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, yeah, we're not going to be ready to put this up this Saturday,
Yeah.
and then I know I'm off that Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, love you guys. I'm gonna turn this shit off and go eat my dinner.
All right, Chuck. That wheat wine. Holy shit.
Dude.
I'm drunk.
Yeah.
My God.
I'm still. That's all I've drank of it. And
Yeah,
I'm already...
don't chug it like I did.
No, don't.
Cause I had like half left. I went, oh fuck it, I'm done. And
Yeah.
now it hit me.
Yeah.
Now poor Julie has to put up with me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm really sorry.
Whatever shall she do?
Oh no. No, he's fun. He's fun.
She's never experienced anything like this before.
Oh,
Never ever. Oh, the burrito was great.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Next Tuesday, maybe?
Sure.
All right, cool.
All right.
Bye.
We'll talk all about the experience at Bolero Snort.
All right, cool.
All right.
I'm rooting for you.
I hope so.
Oh, obviously. I want to try what you made. I was hoping like Grubby would have some.
Nah, it's all on the keg. So, all right. Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.